Welcome to my channel, and today we'll be talking about Alchemy of Soul. Come out from under the rock. If you've not heard of that movie, you're definitely under the rock. But don't worry, I got you. So yeah, we're first introduced to a girl, to a lady or a woman or whatever. Okay, she's naturally not whatever. Her name is Natsu. She's not an ordinary girl, let me tell you. Do you know what she's called? Shadow assassin. Because when she becomes your shadow, your head fall off. So when you see her, run. Or you can stay, or you can do whatever. But your head at your risk. She does not just kill ordinary people. Yes, so she's been haunted by someone. And that someone is Park Jin, who is the Sogrim leader. Now, they have this very big town. They call it Daiho. I'll be putting the text down because I'm sure I'll be ruining the pronunciation. Sogrim is under Daiho. Sogrim and sorcery, they are words and opposites. So they catch people who perform sorcery. And what sorcery are we talking about? That's what it's called, the Alchemy of Souls. Now, what this practically means is shifting of soul from one body to another. So let's say, for instance, that I want to be in Michelle Obama's body. Who is the most powerful woman in the world? Let's say I want her body. All I have to do is shift my soul inside her, while her soul will come into mine. Then I will be her in her body, and she will be me in my body. This is the part where I give that evil laughter, like yes. So that's exactly why it's evil and people are against it. Naksu is a soul shifter, and she's also an assassin. Have you seen two crimes? While this thing is going on, Naksu is just a girl that is being used by a pain in the ass known as Jimun. Muro. It's just a man that wants power, and all those extra stuffs, and will go extra lengths to get it. Jimo had a master known as Jang. But yeah, Jang is actually a good man, He was also the Guanju of Cheongbunguan. I'm going to put the pronunciation. So the Deho I talked about, Deho consists of like different places. We have the palace, we have Sogrim, we have Jinoyon. Jinoyon is a place for relics. You guys just come with me, okay? I'm not going to confuse you. Everything will make sense now. So yeah, Jangang held like two positions. It was the Guanju, a mage. Okay, so yes, Jangang was Jimun's master. So now you all want to know how Jimun became the, pain in the ass. Jangang, the leader, the master, his master and everything. I'm going to tell you. Let's go back a little bit. There was a king that ruled over all the kingdoms. This king was actually sick. He was really, really sick. So Jangang went to him like, you are sick. Let me visit you. What's there? He visited him. And the sick man decided to ask for a favor. You can't just reject sick people favor. You don't be like, I'm sorry. Tell me anything. Just tell me anything I will do for you. That was kind of energy. The king asked for something huge by making Jangang do the unimaginable to switch souls with him. The king was weak. He wanted to have a child, but did not tell Jangang the reason why he wanted to switch soul with him. So, Jangang being the good guy was at first like, no, I don't want to do this with you, king. I don't want to do this. But the king was like, just trust me, my boy. Trust me. Just do this for me, okay? Do this. He agreed to perform the forbidden magic. Something that he punished people for. Something that he himself was against. He agreed. Hey. So the king entered his body. Another time, Jangan was married, okay, to a beautiful lady called Doha. They've not had a child yet. But when the king got the chance to enter into Jangan's body, guess who he went for? The wife. Okay? Like, yo. Just make it make sense. You were begging me about help to your dying heart a while ago. Now your thank is for you to go for my wife. I don't care if you don't have a son. I don't care what's wrong with you. I don't even want to know anything. But why would you go for my wife? Like, that son of a went for the wife. The wife became pregnant. That was how this guy came into the picture. Jang. Now is Jang the king's son or Jangang's son? The body is Jangang, but the soul is for the king. So it's the both of them son. Well, no. is the king's son. I should have even, if I had to be the one, I would have killed the king, but it was almost dying, so there was no point in stressing yourself to kill the king again and taking another blame for another thing. That was when Jim Moon came in. Remember, I called him Jim Moon. I don't know if you remember. Jim Moon came in because Janga needed help to access his power, to be able to get out of the king's body and bring the king back to his position. Jim Moon had to learn the forbidden magic. That was the time Jim Moon got access to this magic. And as someone that has already been rejected due to the condition of his birth, because he was supposed to be part of this Jane family, and the Jane family, they control some strong magic, strong relics, but the priestess there, she's led by a woman and she does not accept him. So because of that, he wants to gather his own power from within, and rush out and came out like that. He learns this thing. He decided to build an army of people. That was when it took Naksu. Meanwhile, they planned a coup like that. There was these people that performed this forbidden magic, the Choi family. Naksu's father and made him a scapegoat because he was Jangang's friend and they wanted to punish him by punishing Jangang. Something of that nature. You guys are getting this chemistry of things, okay? It was how Jim Moon now took Naksu and trained her to become an assassin with the intention that these people have killed your father, you have to go and kill them. Now, Jim Moon did not show Naksu the real person that killed her father, but it was when the mages tried to stop him, from doing or killing more people. That was what Naksu saw, and she told him that these mages, the mages are the people from the Sogrin people, from the Jane family, from the there are 4 numbers. So yeah. So they had to come together and stop him, and Naksu could see it with her eyes. So that was when Jim Moon was able to enter Naksu and train her to become an assassin and a shadow spirit that removes people's head, as you can see. So yeah, for the record, Jim Moon does not like Jangang. Yes. So that was why he wanted to have everything to take his power. Jang-wook came into the picture. That dude is pretty fine. Your wife. The child, Jang-wook, born out of wedlock, obviously. He has a king star. Now, this king star appears once in a blue moon. Apparently, Jang-wook is a big deal. It means the dude is goddamn powerful, okay, and is also the heir to the throne, logically, as you could see. So yeah, based on that, Jang-wook was forbidden to perform magic by his father. His father had to block his gate of energy because he was so annoyed. He felt betrayed, and the king was pretty weak, so there was nothing he could do to him. So he faced the son, which was, but that was the way he knows how to do his own. Before you know it, Jang-wook met Naksu. You remember the fight that was happening between Naksu and the Sogrim leader? Yep. Naksu had to run away because that man was damn too strong. So while running, she had to shift soul because she wasn't ready to die just like a chicken. Okay. So she saw a girl that was really strong and she was like, yes, this is the soul I'm going to shift in. I'm ready for all these things. I just need to perform this magic. And fortunately or unfortunately, she found herself in the body of a blind, weak girl. Meaning, she don't have no power like Naksu. She's just a nobody without magic. She still had her sense. That is, she knows what she was doing. But she does not have you understand? They met each other. Jang-wook and Naksu. But Naksu now in another body. This body is called Mudoka. That's what they pronounce it. Mudoka. And Mudok agrees to serve Jang-wook because he saved her. So Mudok, normally called Jang-wook. Ronin, meaning young master. It was the day that they met that Jang-wook knew that this person is not ordinary. This is Naksu, and I want you to be my master because nobody could do it. Nobody could train him or anything. Thanks to his father. His father did not only block his gate of energy, he also forbade all the masters to open it for him. So they were not really training him right because nobody could do it. Nobody could train him or anything. So he decided that he was going to meet Naksu, and he did it in a way that he never expected. He was expecting that she was going to be strong and this. She tried to be strong though, but the body being weak, not really portray a true action. Getting the twist, the assassin is now the master of the Sogrim mage. So she's the master and also a servant. She's a master when she's supposed to be the master and the servant to him, in the presence of everybody. But she wasn't under them, so she had a chance to do whatever she likes. She was the master and the servant. After playing the father and Naksu, Jimon became the assistant Guanju. That means he has a space in the palace. So yeah, he was working in the palace. But while he was in the palace, all his intention was to get powers, all the powers. He just wants all the powers that he could ever get, and become so powerful so that everybody will bow to him. Ho, hail, ho, hail, ho, hail, Jimuron. Now, dating back, Janwo grew up with some other guys like Dangu and Seoyul. Dangul and Seoyul were his closest friend. Now, Naksu in her former life has already met Seoyul. So she and Seoyul, they've already had this kind of little log entanglement. How is Seoyul important to the story? He's the main. He's the one that has met Naksu before people knew her as the assassin. So when he saw Mudok, he did not really know, but there was this attraction that this guy is special, this guy is special. He was even one of the first people to figure out that Hook was carrying about was Naksu. Right? Seoyul is from Seokjuwon. Seokjuwon in family, they come from, Sogrim, they heal people that are sick. He had this grandpa called, they'll call it Yumbomsu. Yumbomsu, but I'll call him Hyeoyom Yumbomsu. So this grandpa, Yumbomsu, is always teasing the Sogrim leader because the Sogrim leader, you just feel like Sogrim leader is just too serious. This kind of nerd that don't know how to express themselves, and they're like, that's exactly who he is. Did you find love? He doesn't even know how to express himself. Man was in love with Kim Do-shu. Kim Do-shu is maid servant Kim. And Kim Do-shu was the one that raised Jang Hook. It is a whole family tree, baby. I hope you guys are getting it. He wasn't able to express himself to her. And he almost lost her to Master Lee. Master Lee is a young body, but an old soul. But Esther, I know you'll be saying, I thought you said soul shifting is a crime. I did not say it. The film said it. I'm saying it with my mouth. But Master Lee, on the other hand, has already gotten to a certain level that he does not need black magic to shift soul. So yeah, he's a tested and trusted person. And his student, which happened to be Yumbomsu, the grandpa to Seoyul, his body because he practiced what he has learned. And the man was still slow and does not get anything. Master Lee came back looking all fresh and stuff. And Kim Do-shu, that's the maid servant, came. Was like, oh, I like this man, the way this man is doing and stuff. Almost lost. Maid servant came to him. But the thing is, Kim Do-shu never liked Master Lee. It has always been the leader of Sogrim. The leader wanted to have love, make love, but he doesn't just know how to express himself. And his cousin, that's supposed to be the heir of Sogrim, has already falling in love with someone from the Jinwon family. Those Jinwon, that is female that normally lead them. So you marry into their family. Once you marry into their family, you have tendency of changing their name and stuff. So he really wants his uncle to get married because he's not planning on taking over. Still knows Mudok is Naksu. But he never for once told her that he knows that, hey girl, I know your secret. No. He's a cool and gentle guy. So he just kind of lets things play out. That boy that I just was talking about is Dangu. Dangu is one of those three friends that Jang-hook grew up with. All this leader knows how to do is fight for crime. Fight against crime. Fight against this. Fight against that. Fight against sorcery as a whole. Okay? Yeah. This thing that was used to create soul shifters is called the Ice Stone. It's silence to honor the great power. Because it's a power that has not been seen or heard. It can bring a dead soul back to life. And that was what the jinn had brought her back to life, which turns out to be Mudok, the one Naksu soul is in. Meaning the person, and they've been looking for this girl for a while now because Jimu used her and her father. During that time, she was blind, so people did not really know what she looks like. But when Naksu entered into her, she could see. So that was why they were not really able to get that this is Naksu. Because there's this sign that once soul shifting happens, it leaves a sign, but the sign was in her eye. That sign made her to see. So there was no way they could catch her. But with Naksu's soul, her supposed father used her. So they threw her into the river. She lost her memory. She found herself in the river. They had to raise her in some place, and she grew up to be Mudok. And that was the way Naksu was able to see her and soul into her. So Naksu had no intention of entering her, but she has already chosen this perfect girl that she wanted to enter. Found herself in the body of this powerful priestess called Mudok, which was damn weak and blind. The time in the movie were made to understand that Mudok can sense powers. So I believe that time when she saw that this girl was running up on that, she was like, hey, this is my chance for, this girl to enter my body. She could sense that Naksu power was really great and really strong. And she didn't want the chance to pass her by. She said, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to control myself to switch everything up. So she intentionally switched things up. I'm 100% sure. When the season 2 comes out, you can tell me it's a lie. That's what happened. And yes, blood is thicker than water. Anytime Naksu, which is now Mudok, goes to the, Jane family, there's this sense of power. When they say blood is thicker than water, that is what they mean. There's this bond that used to happen. The first day that she stepped foot into the Jane's family, the leaves could, the hair, everybody knew that hail this girl. Everybody, come on, let's bow down for her. They bow down for her. She herself, Naksu does not really know who the owner of the body is, so she does not really recognize how powerful she is with the power. But the girl helped Naksu a lot. She's the product of the ice stone. Remember when she died, they had to use the ice stone to bring her back to life. So the ice stone collected her eyes. It's a get one and lose one kind of situation. So that's what happened. They had this unanimous assembly because since everybody wanted the power of the ice stone, Master Lee told the king. Yes, they are the king in the series. The king is, I don't even know why the king even is. I'm not sure what his work was. It's just to sit down there and listen to people complain. So we wanted to see the power of this thing, of this ice stone, because Jim Moon has already used, crafty ways to bring the ice stone to the world, and since it was in the world, he wanted to take that ice stone to a place where he'll be able to control it. Now the king and the queen is no longer herself because she has shifted soul with a chairman Choi. If you remember, Choi was the family. They were the first family that had this alchemy of soul. It was in their lineage. They were the one that practiced all this kind of dark magic that Jangang wanted to destroy them that time, but it saved them, and that was the way Jangang found himself falling deep and learning about all this stuff, So they now wanted to see the power of this ice stone because the queen, this chairman, this Choi, wanted to see the power so that she'll be able to take the power and have rule. Power can really make people do a lot of things, She just wanted to have this power in her and do things, but they're not the king was not oh yeah, let's choose someone that we're going to kill. I think that one too is a job for the king. He then chose Mudok. That they should choose Mudok and kill Mudok. There was a crown prince there. Pretty cool. He cares for Mudok. He likes Mudok. She's one daring young, girl that says things straight to her face. He really liked that. But when they chose to kill her, he was not even there. Jang-hook himself was not there. A lot of people that would have even stopped this stuff, don't kill the girl. They were not present there. They were already in the other place. Chose her mother because her mother is the priestess of the they chose her to do what she was meant to do, and which she did. And she almost knocked life out of her. It was when the real Mudok just came to herself and called mother. Mama was so surprised that how would you call me mother? Yes, you had she was like, okay, yes, I'm looking for my daughter, but why would you call me mother? Are you my daughter? Are you something? Are you, She was just like, I need to find out. Who are you? The girl was made alive by the ice stone. Now, how would the ice stone possibly kill her? It's not possible. Impossible. She decided to disappear with the ice stone, with carrying along with this fake girl of her, fake Mudok. But that Mudok real name is Bouillon. So Jimun has managed to like bring a fake girl, Bouillon, into the scene of everything. And that Bouillon does not want the priestess to find her real daughter. So when she saw that they already make contact like murder, she just took her cane and tried to destroy the ice stone, which made the ice stone so angry. So you think you can destroy me? Me that have all those power, that everybody is giving me 1 minute silence. You think you can destroy me with your ordinary stick, Abi? Okay, this is what I'm going to do. The ice stone just swallowed Bouillon, carried Mudok, and went to drop them in another place. There was this barrier created by the ice stone. It trapped in the crown prince, Jang-hook, Seo-yul. But before all of this, there was a fight that was meant to happen, but Jang-hook stopped it. So Dang-gu and his Jin lover, you know that lady, Oyeon, and them to one for the world of arts. So that was why they were not trapped into the place. They tried to come out, but they couldn't because the barrier was draining their power. But it was giving the soul shifter more power. Inside that place, Mudok Naksu regained that power. She tried to hide it, but could not hide it because she had to save Jang-hook, who was in trouble. And Jang-hook had to like sacrifice his powers for them to come out of that barrier. Of course, it's not just a king star for nothing. It's a king star to do something. It was really hard for Mudok, you know. So it was at that part that the crown prince knew that Mudok was Jang-hook master. Because there's this quote that she used to say that it's better to die than do nothing. And the more I think of it in real life, is it true? It's better to die than do nothing. Should I just die or do something? It's better to die than do nothing. I'm in the face of my death. I'm going because it's better to die than do nothing. Jang-hook did it. Unfortunately, not lose his power. Sorry, he lost his power, unfortunately. But he was able to keep the ice stone in his body because he felt like nobody should need the ice stone again. You know, stuff like that. I mean, I was like, yeah, you know, that's a good thing. He decided to cancel his training with Naksu, a pupil and master, and decided to become like, would you marry me kind of thing. I was like, oh, thank God, they are going to the altar, they're gonna get married and stuff, you know. They will live happily ever after. But there comes the big-headed Jimun with another problem. Jimun has already worked with Chairman Choi, you know, and Shaman Choi. When you're hearing Choi, just know that they are the origin of the alchemies, dark magic people. And Jimun is like working hand in hand with them. And she is staying in the queen's body. Master Lee knew all those things. Master Lee is just there to come and make the king star fulfill his destiny. Because the first king star that appeared did not fulfill the destiny. So Master Lee is just there to do that. So at that time, Jimun now found out through Chairman Choi that shifter you can make them go wild without them going wild on their own. So there was this bell thing that they'd made. So he found out through Chairman Choi. And yes, this queen also told him some bit of lessons. Chairman Choi was the queen. So the queen was telling Jimun that people change because of people. That he had to think deep, you know, to people that started making, because he was thinking why Jang-hook was doing all those things that, who is giving it? All this while, Jang-gang was already around. It was Jang-gang that made them see the end of Chairman Choi because he had to come and clean up the mess that he created at first. Because he was the one that performed the alchemy of soul. And was the one that did all those, you know, things that really made for him. This is the mess to escalate. Master Lee sent him a message that, guy, you need to come and clean up your stuff. If you still have energy to read this letter, because he sent to an invisible letter and he needed power to read it. So if you still have energy to read this letter, come and clean up your mess. When the queen was later discovered as a soul shifter in the palace, she had the intention of escaping, of stealing the ice stone power. Remember that time that you were in the barrier? But Jang-gang stopped her. Jang-gang had to die as a soul shifter, which he was not. He was a soul shifter, but at the same time, he was practice it like that. He just used it for the king, but he had to die that sorrowful death. Anyways, Naksu already knew that she's being used, so she had the intention of killing Jimun himself, but Jimun caught her. He caught her by controlling her. He could control her and make her go wild. When he did that thing, it was during the wedding of Dangu, that was the Sogrim leader cousin, nephew, the Sogrim leader nephew, and the Jinwoo priestess. It was during the wedding that Jinwoo now knew that he wanted to do that mad thing. He now make Mudok go wild and sent her to go and kill Chairman Choi brother, because the brother has been caught and Jinwoo doesn't want the brother to say nothing about the organization that they have, the organization that they are forming to like take the throne and escape. Naksu went. She now went this time as Naksu the assassin. She just went unconsciously and was fighting, and people looked, and before we know it, she killed the brother. News just spread everywhere that Naksu is back, stuff like that. So Grim Leader came with his arrow, was about to fire Naksu. Jang-hook was like, no, the woman I love her. He had to guide it. The Sogrim leader could not kill Jang-hook. He had to control his arrow and made his arrow fall down. And yeah, he saved her, kind of, in that situation. Until he heard, shh, his stomach perforated with Naksu's sword. Naksu killed Jang-hook. She killed him unconsciously. And at that time, she regained her consciousness, but she was so sad that, wow, what's this? But Jimun was controlling her. As she's trying to regain her consciousness, Jimun was dragging her back into the soul-shifting world, to like go wild and do things that were against humanity. But Jang-hook has died, so she had to run away. She ran to the point that she ran to the grave, and that's where she wants to meet her demise. So she'll be able to die there, sadly. Seo Yul, that was already, had entanglements with her in the past life, wanted to go and look for her. But the uncle was like, that Yumbonsu was like, no, you are the heir of Seokjun, and I will not allow you to be involved in that assassin case. So they were like, Jang-hook is dead. They want to burn Jang-hook. Can you imagine? Even if they say Jang-hook is dead, should they even think of burning the King Star? All of them supposed to go away and run away and put their head somewhere. This is there. Let's go and burn it. As they burnt him like this, Master Lee just came and told him that, no, the King Star cannot just die like that. You still have things that he wants to do. And yes, to everybody's surprise, King Star came out again. Now, would he be able to save Naksu or Mudok? People have already come for the body because they know that the body is not for Naksu. The body is Mudok. Especially when she called her mother. What would Jang-hook do now? What would Jang-hook do now after rising up from the dead like second Jesus? What would he do? Well, we're going to find out till December. So we have to wait. But why? Why do you guys want to take this thing so long? Why don't you just release this? But don't worry. I feel you people. I feel your marketing strategy. I feel you. I'm going to wait. Anytime it comes out, we'll watch it. No problem. No problem. But I have a patient level of 0. Be careful. Don't let me come and catch you people. Dear. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this video. Quite different from what I used to make. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe. Love you, and I will see you all in another video. Bye bye. Yeah. Peace.